Hello everyone. I've decided to put together a couple videos here to try and help anybody out that is interested in putting together a website for themselves at very little cost. What we're going to be using is Google's cloud platform, which is through many hours of me experimenting and playing around with it, I think it's a good option to go. Now, of course, when you get to talking about things for free, there's always strings attached, and in this situation, there's a little more configuration to do to get this thing up and running. But at the end of the day, for the amount of money that you pay to host your own website, I think it's a very good trade-off. And if I can help anyone here, anyone has any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. And that's pretty much the main goal here, is to set up a website for experimentation. If you have business purposes, a blog, anything that you can pretty much imagine, you can get done with this. So very quickly, the first step that we're going to do is we're going to go to Google Domains. The two things I want to add is there's a lot of different companies and options with doing this. This is this just happens to be what I chose. This is the route I chose to go. Don't think this is the only way to go. On that note, I'm not a professional. I know this is a hobby of mine. Hopefully, with these videos, I can help somebody out that's interested in getting a site of their own, or just for their own entertainment purposes, to learn some things. So we're going to go to Google Domains. That's your first stop that you're going to go to. This is their landing page. Pretty straightforward. You got a search box here. For an example, say you want to have a website named Joe Blow. So we'll type in Joe Blow in the search box. So Google's going to return a page to you that's going to list if Joe Blow is available for a domain, and it's going to also give you some other options. So what do you know? We got a sad face, which means joeblow.com has already been purchased. It's already owned by somebody else. So what they'll do is they'll give you a couple other options. This .com, these are called top level domain names. There's a variety of them. I'm sure you've seen sites, joeblow.org, .net. There's other options. But just for experimentation purposes, you got to keep searching away here. You can change it around a few different ways if you want a Joe Blow. Web domains don't allow you to have spaces. As you can see, it automatically takes that out, but you can put something like a hyphen in there, do a search on that, and you just got to keep playing around with it. That's also not available. So I'm going to remove this hyphen and go back to original search. And like I say, just for very quickly, I don't want to make a long drawn out thing out of this. This is just kind of to walk you through the first step. So what you would do is search for what you were looking for, and when you find something suitable. For instance, this is the tier that I went with. My domain names only cost $12 a year. So say we wanted to go with joeblow.biz, add it to your cart. It's going to give you a little box here, one domain in my cart. $12 for a year. That means you are the owner for 365 days. At the end of that first year, you'll be, emailed by Google, allowing you to renew it. So to be honest with you, this is really the only cost involved at this point. $12 plus tax. So $12 and some change. You would go ahead and proceed to checkout. I'll just click it real quick. It's going to bring up some of my stuff, blah blah blah. You confirm your information. It's contact information. That's what this is going to get registered under. And what you'll get after that is it'll be added to your domain. So now we're in my personal. So two sites I have so far going here. This is my own personal, Third Eye Networking. And for these videos, this is a site that I'm putting together for a friend of mine that owns a carpentry company. And this is the domain name we settled on. ForelQC.com stands for Forel Quality Carpentry. Don't really need to be concerned with any of this at the moment. What we're going to be playing around with down the road here in another video or two is the DNS. stands for domain name server. So when you type in www.forelqc.com, it knows where to point it to. It's going to point it to the web server that we're going to create. So at this time, don't really be concerned with all of this. We'll get to it in a moment. I just wanted to show you all what the first step is in purchasing a domain. Stay tuned, and we'll get the server going in the next video.